Hey everyone, this is Louis and welcome to the Ultimate Brand Bible, your ultimate space for free advice, tips, tricks, hacks, how-to guides, templates, and resources on branding to help you get your brand to the next level. And you can start the process for your brand today by hitting the subscribe button and the little bell notification to make sure you don't miss any of the great stuff we put out on a regular basis. So without further ado, let's get branding. So in today's video, you're going to be learning all about brand image. What is a brand image? Why is it important? And what makes a brand image? Once again, this is part of our series on understanding branding basics. And you'll notice something different about today's video. We're going to try and make this a little bit more exciting. You'll notice I cued some music, got some sound effects lined up, and just going to try and make this a little bit more fun. So on that note, excuse the pun, let's look at what a brand image is. Okay, what is a brand image? So a brand image is the perception of a brand in the mind of its customers, and these perceptions are made up of impressions, ideas, and beliefs that they have about your brand. Yes, it did sound important, and it is exactly that. So brand image is also character. It is essentially the character of your brand as seen through the eyes of your customers and the individual characteristics that they associate with your brand. Now, it's important to remember that people tend to associate themselves with brands with similar characteristics, personalities, values, etc. And that is one of the reasons why it's so important. The second one is also connection. The connection that customers have with your brand and its personality. Once again, shared personality similar to theirs. They will engage with your brand if you share that similar personality traits. And thirdly, emotional value. The emotional value that customers derive from your brand that drives their motivations for buying your products and services, and the reasons why they want to be associated with your brand. Now, so let's have a look at these associations. So a brand image is made of specific or conceptual attributes that drives the reasons why customers choose to engage with your brand and buy your products and services. So there are three types of benefits to these associated attributes. Number one, functional benefits. What do you do better than your competitors? So what function do you serve in their life that they do not get from anybody else? Secondly, emotional benefits. What do you add to their life emotionally? How do you make them feel that your competitors do not do? I'm sure we can all think of examples as we're going through this list, and you're most likely right on all of them. Rational benefits or support. Why they should believe in your brand. Now, this is quite powerful stuff, but it just shows you how important brand image is. It's all got to do with how your customers feel about your brand. I cannot stress enough how important this is to have a good brand image and to maintain it. Now, let's look at some examples, and here we have a few sound effects. I hope they actually work out fine. Coca-Cola is original with a unique taste, and it's associated with times of happiness, joy, good experiences shared with friends. Now, who doesn't like the sound of that? Volvo is all about safety, and then Rolls-Royce is ultra luxury, exclusive brand enjoyed only by the wealthy and elite. So it falls into a very specific category. Now, let us look at why your brand image is important. Increased brand trust. Very, very important. You want people to trust your brand. The better image you have in the market, the more likely they are to trust your brand, even if they have never engaged with your brand. Secondly, it increases brand loyalty. Once again, if you have a good brand image and people trust your brand, they will become loyal to your brand. You can all think of the examples of Apple, Samsung, Tesla. Inspires employees. If you have a good brand image externally, it will most definitely reflect internally to your employees and inspire them and attracts new customers. Once again, if you have a good brand image, people will tend to engage with your brand more, even if they're new customers. Easily introduce new products or services, so you can leverage your reputation and your brand image to easily introduce new products or services, and people will tend to once again engage with your brand on these new products. If Apple decides to start manufacturing appliances tomorrow or even electric cars, they will most likely not have an issue breaking into the market because they already have a massive customer base who will just now support that side of their business as well. Not always as easy as that, but provides valuable feedback. One of the most important functions of a brand image is that it is a reflection of your marketing efforts and your identity. So you're putting out your identity and your marketing, and the response that you get from that is reflected in your brand image. So it's a very important feedback, and it creates a kind of a feedback loop. You can now go back and adjust and realign your marketing efforts to make sure that you end up with the brand image that you want. Lastly, but not least, by any means, it increases brand value. Having a good brand image, strong brand image, absolutely increases the value of your brand. Now, that being said, the flip side is also true, and this you have to remember. If you have a bad brand image, it will negatively impact your brand and it will make you very, very difficult to perform well in the market. Now, what makes a brand image? This will be the last point, and then you can go on about your day. Just make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and you can even save this video if this is something you want to come back to at some point. Otherwise, you can always visit ultimatebrandbible.com and check out the post I have on this, where we also go into a little bit more detail on the differences between brand identity and brand image. But that video is on the way as well. So be sure to hit that little bell so you'll be notified when we release that. Now, what makes a brand image? Brand image is essentially the end result of all your branding and marketing efforts paying off once customers react to your products or services and your brand by engaging with your business. So as I said, it's all your marketing efforts, and you as a company or identity, you're putting it out into the market in a specific way, telling your customers this is who we are, this is what we represent, and these are our products and services. Once they start engaging with your brand, they give you that kind of a feedback, and that creates your brand image. So, and then it becomes the end result. And I mean, it's similar to meeting people for the first time. You have impressions of them, and then you get to know them, and those impressions might change over time. But once again, you're pairing up your perception of them and their personality, and once these two kind of reach equilibrium, which they rarely do, but that's always the goal, that's when everything is aligned. Till next time.